The Laughing Shadows, the curse of Chuckles the clown. In the small town of Hollow Brook, the arrival of the traveling circus was always the highlight of the year. The town's residents eagerly awaited the spectacle of acrobats, exotic animals, and dazzling performances. This year was no different, and excitement buzzed through the air as the circus set up its grand tent on the outskirts of town. Among the circus performers was a clown named Chuckles, known for his wide, eerie grin, painted in crimson, and his garish, mismatched costume. Chuckles had a special act that always left the audience in stitches, both from laughter and from the sheer terror that his macabre humor could evoke. His performance was the stuff of nightmares, but people couldn't look away. What the townspeople didn't know was that Chuckles had a dark past. Years ago, he had been a renowned performer in a famous circus until a tragic accident claimed the lives of several fellow performers. The incident was shrouded in mystery, with whispers of foul play. Chuckles vanished soon after, only to resurface in Hollow Brook's lesser-known traveling circus. The first night of the performance, the big top was packed. Chuckles took the stage with his usual antics, juggling knives and pulling grotesque faces. The audience laughed uneasily, the fear mingling with their amusement. As the night went on, Chuckles' act grew darker, his jokes more sinister. But the townspeople, caught up in the thrill of the circus, didn't notice the glint of madness in his eyes. After the show, a group of teenagers decided to sneak into the circus grounds. They laughed and dared each other to go into the performers' tents. When they stumbled upon Chuckles' tent, they found it filled with bizarre and horrifying trinkets, shrunken heads, bones, and old photographs of the tragic accident that had marred Chuckles' past. Suddenly, the tent flap rustled, and Chuckles stood at the entrance, his grin wider and more menacing than ever. Before they could react, the clown lunged at them with surprising speed. The screams of the teenagers were swallowed by the night as Chuckles took his revenge for the curiosity that had invaded his sanctuary. The next morning, the townspeople noticed the teenagers were missing. The excitement of the circus distracted them. As days passed, more people began to vanish. Whispers of a curse spread through Hollow Brook. The circus, now an object of suspicion, decided to pack up and leave, but not before one final performance. On the last night, the tent was filled with a palpable sense of dread. Chuckles took the stage, his performance even more disturbing than before. The audience watched in horrified fascination as he juggled knives, each one gleaming in the dim light. The finale was a mock execution, with Chuckles as the executioner. As the guillotine blade fell, a collective gasp echoed through the tent. After the show, Chuckles disappeared along with the circus, leaving behind a trail of bodies. The town of Hollow Brook was never the same. The legend of the killer clown became a cautionary tale, a warning to those who dared to laugh in the face of true terror. Years later, on the anniversary of the circus's visit, people would claim to hear Chuckles' maniacal laughter echoing through the forest. They whispered that his spirit still wandered, seeking revenge on those who mocked his pain and suffering, forever haunting the town that had once welcomed him with open arms.
Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.